When the member of the portfolio committee on police says openly in public that while he's sitting in his office, whatever, there's a magic paper that appears underneath his door, classified document. And that leads him into go and open a case. It needs to be investigated, Honorable Chair, honorable members, because the records, the control register, the Office of the Inspector General of Intelligence will prove that the Office of the Inspector General of Intelligence has been an operational center that has been used to counter this criminal investigation happening in Gauteng. The control register in that office for people to come in and out will give evidence of people that have been visiting that office, including the honorable member, Mr. Adams, who traveled there. The member in the Office of the Inspector General of Intelligence, Advocate Governor, should be invited, Honorable Chair, to come before this ad hoc committee, if I were to recommend, where she is going to come and tell you about the experience and the horrible things happening in that office. That the member, Mr. Adams, is the one who came with a classified document and presented it before the Inspector General of Intelligence to request Inspector General of Intelligence to conduct investigations on things. The members of IDEC have been frequenting the Office of the Inspector General of Intelligence, where things were plotted against these members of crime intelligence. So it's an experience we had with the late former advocate Khadebe, who was an Inspector General of Intelligence 2011, 2012, of how that office has been manipulated. These which are referenced to on the 5th of March during my appearance. The similar things are happening today. Crime intelligence has been doing a lot of bad things, and the bad things are brought to the attention of the Inspector General of Intelligence and supposed to end up with the Joint Standing Committee so the people are held accountable for the wrong.
Ngomhla ka-21 ku-April 2026, uGeneral Fani Masemula bekayovela phambi kwenkantolo. Ngalolo suku lolo uFadel Adams we-NCC ufikile naye enkantolo esho ukuthi uzosupport icala lestate njengomuntu okuyena owamangalela uGeneral Masemula kwi-IDEC. Ngakho ke ukuza kwakhe lapho uze ngoba isifiso sakhe sesifezekile. Ziningi izinto azikhuluma lapho. Kubalekile ukuthi ngikuveze lokhu kuze le nkulumo esokhuluma ngayo uyizwisise ukuthi isukaphi. Osukwini lanamuhla ngibone nansi article ebeyibhalwe uYusuf Abraham G. Police apparently raided the Cape Town property formerly occupied by MP Fadel Adams. It believed he moved out of the house 2 months ago. Adams claims officers harassed a woman and her small children living there, pointed firearms at them, photographed their ID documents by force, wore balaclavas, refused to identify themselves, and did not produce a search warrant. Adams is planning to open criminal charges. Statement esikhishwe yi-NCC okuyiqembu lakhe uFadel Adams. The statement isiphume ngomhla ka-2 kuMeyi 2026. Sithi all media houses are invited to a press conference by Honorable Fadel Adams. Date 3 May 2026. Time 10 a.m. kusasa. At 4 a.m. this morning, approximately 15 members of the now discredited PKTT stormed a house in West Ridge, Mitchell's Plain, searching for Honorable Member of Parliament Fadel Adams. This unit, famed for disregarding the rule of law, produced no search warrant, no warrant of arrest, pointed rifle at a woman, assaulted a startled 12-year-old boy, and traumatized an entire family while searching the wrong house. Clad in ski masks like the criminals they are, they refused to identify themselves and parked their vehicles 100 meters away to prevent number plates identity. Cases of unlawful entry, the assault of a minor, and intimidation have been laid by the victim. An educator, let us be clear, this was no search and seizure, as no evidence to this has been produced. This was the planned kidnapping of Fadiel Adams. Esithi okuningi sokuzwa kusasa kwi-press conference or press briefing le azoba naFadel Adams, kodwa ishiya imibuzo eminingi lento, le statement nje abasikhiphayo. Uthi labantu laba bafike befaka amabharaklava banqaba ukuzi-identifya, bapaka imoto 100 meters away from indlu leyo. Okwesibili, waze kanjani ukuthi PKTT ngempela njengoba ama-unit engaka nje esiphoyiseni, waze kanjani ukuthi labe bebefikile i-PKTT ngoba phela labantu laba they refuse to identify themselves. Okwesibili, abazange baproduce warrant, imoto zabo bezibhake 100 meters away. Waze kanjani ukuthi PKTT zathe senza ukuthi ayovula icala le-intimidation yena yingoba efuna ukuthi ethi uGeneral Masemula uyamphazamisa yena njenge-witness, uyahlukumezeka, uhlukunyezwa uGeneral Fani Masemula ngoba uyazi ukuthi ungomunye wabantu abavula icase ne-IDEC. Ngakho-ke njengoba uGeneral Masemula eyovela enkantolo ngomhla ka-13, mhlawumbe ufuna ukuthi i-NPA yengeze icala le-intimidation ukuthi uGeneral Masemula uphazamisa i-witness ye-state. Inhloso nje kaFadel Adams ileyo. Kanti-ke uye wenza i-interview ne-SABC mayelana nalolu daba, uphawule kanje.
That General Masemola, National Commissioner Masemola, has a case to answer for, that he must be arrested and suspended. On Thursday, I asked of the police commissioner to explain to us why General Khumalo had not been suspended yet, because it's clear that there's something amiss according to the protocols. I'm the person that laid 2 charges of criminality against General Mkhwanazi. It is obvious why this raid happened. But what is perturbing about the raid is that the South African Police Service has parked their vehicles 100 meters away around the corner because they didn't want people to take their registrations, that they covered their faces in balaclavas like the thugs that they are, that they removed their identification badges, that they refused to produce a warrant. In my view, if successful last night, this wasn't a raid, this was an abduction. This is how certain units within the SAPS operate. This is how certain criminal generals use our state resources against us. But South Africa must wake up, because this is about our civil liberty. My home, your home, none of us are safe from these crooks.
And we also understand that you've since opened a case of intimidation. Were you specific to who exactly this case has been opened against?
Look, I think we all know who we're talking about. We know who heads the PKTT. We know who's now been given national power to investigate or terrorize. But I've laid an open-ended case. I opened the case against the SAPS. I'm referring the case to the IDAC, and they must draw their own conclusions, and the NPA must act swiftly.
And have you reached out to the police in that regard in terms of why this raid was conducted in your home?
You know, the weirdest thing about the South African Police Service is the lack of accountability. Even within portfolio, these people are allowed to dodge and lie. But what I can tell you is that we knew this thing was coming. So we sent an email to the acting minister about 3 weeks ago. And we said to him, the email is very clear. Honorable Adams is willing to comply. If there's a warrant, he's willing to hand himself over to the nearest police station. There was no need for this drama. Masemola knew about the email. Mkhwanazi knew about the email. There was no need to send 15 goons with rifles into a house, to point rifles at a woman, to smack a 12-year-old child. They could have simply picked up the phone, and I've given them an undertaking in writing that I'm willing to comply. So this begs the question, what is the reason for this? Is it because the arrests that have happened? Is it because the National Commissioner is now facing his day in court for alleged conniving with Vusikat Matlala? Is it because Mkhwanazi's day may be coming itself? Is it because they aim to intimidate me? Are they planning to kill me? But I got a message for these generals. I'm not afraid. Not afraid of the cells. Not afraid of your thugs. Do what you need to do. This struggle, it doesn't stop.
Ehluko phakathi kaCalvin Mathibeli kanye noFadel Adams uwodwa. UCalvin makufika amaphoyisa eraid umuzi wakhe okokuqala efuna isearch warrant wazihlupha ukuthi azi ukuthi lamaphoyisa befikile angobani abuyapi. Ilapha akwazi ukuthola khona ukuthi the search warrant was fraudulent. Ngoba namaphoyisa nawathi cha thina kufika ile search warrant bathi asibalekelele njengamaphoyisa siyasebenzisana. Kodwa sathola later on ukuthi i-search warrant was fraudulent. U-Adams akazange azihluphe ngokuyofuna ukwazi ukuthi njengoba bembuza uyile na emaphoyiseni ukuyofuna ukwazi ukuthi obani bebefike kwakho. Ibaluleke kabi leyo nto leyo. Iyiphi unit besithini isizathu bekwenzakaleni manje sekuhle ukuthi yonke lento ayishoyo ila ekhanda lakhe uyayicabangela. Yonke nje lento ayishoyo uyayicabangela akakhulumi based on ama facts. Njengoba ethi uvule njengoba uMasemula esebhekene necala mase bezama indlela beno General Mkhwanazi. Ihlangana kanjani lento ngoba futhi okunye okuhamba phambili ekufuneka singakukhohlwa ukuthi uGeneral Fani Masemula has been charged for EPFMA, i-Public Funds Management Act. Icase yakhe nje i-violation ye-PFMA okuyi-Public Funds Management Act okuthiwa i-violated. Akukho la kuthiwa khona uwenza i-corruption ebambisene noVusi Matlala. Kufuneka lokho sikuhlukanise. Asilindeke sizwe ukuthi kusasa uFadel Adams usiphatheleni. Kodwa nje bashilo kokuqala ukuthi usethi yena impilo yakhe uyibona ingaphephile isengcupheni namanje uyasho ukuthi kuyaziwa ukuthi ubani. Yebo kushiwo ukuthi uGeneral Mkhwanazi uzo leader i-team ezolwa ne-organized crime nationally. uFadel Adams uyingxenye naye national yelokhuza ne-organized crime. Uma ingxenye ye-organized crime angakhathazeka ukuthi abantu abafike lapho Mkhwanazi ngoba vele umsebenzi kaMkhwanazi ukuthi abhekane nalabo bantu.